Welcome to the Golden Van. Today we're doing a review of Pikmin 1. It's gonna be awesome.
Okay, they can't see you, Jeremy. He did like an amazing pose. He got up and grabbed his crotch. It was, it was kind of funny.
The Michael Jackson pose.
Alright, so this is a review of Pikmin. This is our first review, so go easy on us. We're not professionals yet.
We pretty much are. Just saying.
So anyways, I beat Pikmin a long time ago, and I let Jeremy play through it. He has it more fresh in his memory than I do, but I definitely have played it through at least twice. And, it's a really good game in my opinion. But we should go to the review, and we'll
I hate this
explain
stinking
why.
game.
We'll explain why. And alright, so
We're gonna do 3 categories. What we liked, what we didn't like, and what we hated. And then we're gonna come up with a verdict of 1 to 10 of what we thought of it. So
yeah, so I think it's gonna be nice.
it's gonna be awesome.
If nothing else, it'll be an experience. We can say we did a review together.
Yeah, man, we can say we did a review. Golden Van reviews.
And get a little monocles and little top hats for getting real professional for little suits and ties.
And get British accents. Lovely weather.
Yes,
Tea.
Tea. Quite. Okay, let's get this thing started. We delayed it long enough. First of all, what we liked. I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna go first.
Because Ben's better than me.
I liked the graphics. Okay, that's gonna sound dumb. I played it on a TV that can't really display graphics really well, so I thought it was it looked amazing, and I liked it a lot. I mean, as the scenery for a whole, because I play it with camera zoomed out to medium to far range. I never play it zoomed in all the way. So when you look at the scenery as a whole, it looks really nice and it's really enjoyable. Then I went over to Jeremy's house and I saw him play it, and he zoomed in all the way for the beginning, and it was like, oh my goodness, them blurry textures. So the textures are really, it varies from depending on how you have your camera and your own experiences. But I really enjoyed the graphics; they looked really nice, and that's coming from someone that doesn't really care about graphics in games. The Pikmin designs are really cool. I just have no idea how they came up with the Pikmins. I like the Pikmin a lot. They're cool. You can talk. You're not silenced.
No, I'm just listening.
Okay. I also really like the plot and how the plot progresses. You know, how
Yeah.
Olimar talks about the things as you discover them. I think that was really cool.
Yeah, I have to say, I started actually thinking I had a son and daughter on Harrow, whatever it's
On
called.
Hokute,
Hokute.
or Hakatute, or Hakatute, I don't know. Hokute is what I'm gonna call it, even though we're not gonna mention it ever again in this video, probably, but whatever. I like the time management. I've always been a fan of, of tactical, things games that force you to think, like the Fire Emblem series, the, Advanced Wars series, things like that make you think ahead, and, where you have to plan out each day. And I think there's nothing more, there's one thing in gaming that is more satisfying than, a successful Pikmin run, and when you plan your day out and it goes successfully according to your plans perfectly to the T. It's the most satisfying thing to see all the Pikmin come and gathering their little loots from all the different directions back to the base at the end of the day. It's awesome.
I'll talk about time management later.
Yeah. Okay. The only thing that is more entertaining than that, or more satisfying, is the sound effect of Smash, the original Smash Bros. When you pull off a fully charged baseball bat hit. Yeah, that sound effect is amazing.
Yeah,
There's
that's so satisfying.
That's-
Just sucker!
That's the most satisfying thing in gaming. But we're not talking about Smash Bros. We're talking about Pikmin. I also really like the overall gameplay is really good, and especially the level design. The level design is sweet. That is probably my favorite thing about Pikmin, is level design. I generally hate when you progress far and then there's a wall that's stopping you and you have to go back to get a different item to pass through that wall, or a different Pikmin type or something
Every
else.
Zelda game ever.
Yeah, that's always annoyed me, especially in Metroid. I like the games that have that in it, but when I encounter that moment, it's just so annoying to me. And Pikmin has that, but it has it so fluently, and it just runs with. It's so nice because.
It runs like a river that all Pikmin die inside.
Okay, whatever. You'll start in your little area and everything is pretty much close by. You're going through this entire area the whole time. It's a big map, but you're going through it all the time, and like there'll be like a door right near your base that you can't get into right away, but you don't even notice it, and you come back later on with like something else, and you can think like, hey, I can go past there now and open up a whole new part of the map, and it's just so fluent, and I just like it a lot. What do you think about? What did you like about the game?
All right, this is Jeremy on what I liked. This is a pretty short list. I really like the story. The story was awesome. Lands on a planet, you know, crashes.
No spoilers, son.
Dude, it's the beginning of the
You
game.
spoiled the whole crash landing thing, dude.
Okay, he crashes. Spoilers, he crashes on the planet, okay? Alright, also, the concept, great concept. I mean, I was telling Ben, favorite part of my game was probably the concept, because I was thinking, you know, if they actually did a good job at this game, it'd be fun, aka Pikmin 3. I liked part of the gameplay. I liked the way that you get more Pikmin. That was cool. You get the dead bodies was so cool. I loved killing them and then taking their dead bodies to my base. It was like the victory walk. It was like the victory walk of taking the dead body back to your base. That was the best part.
I have to say, when you have like a whole bunch of corpses that like you defeated in a massive battle, like I mean, this isn't Pikmin 1, but like especially it's still in Pikmin 1, but I'm talking about like especially in Pikmin 3, there's one boss where there's like a whole bunch of like dead bees that just like drop from the sky. When you get one Pikmin on each of the bees, then there's like, a victory march like back to your base, like after a major battle, and like all these like bodies are being carried back to the nest. It's really cool.
Yeah, I have to say that was great. And the color coordination was cool. How you can only use water guys for water, fire for fire enemies. You know, you kind of have to coordinate that. So that was cool. And also the distant spring map. So cool. I don't know. It reminded me a lot of the Forest Temple in Ocarina of Time. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It was awesome. All right, now we're going to what we didn't like. Ben first, because reasons.
That transition though, that was awesome. Okay, when we didn't like, I didn't like the tripping Pikmin. Like every once in a while, when you have an army of Pikmin, one will just like fall, and like you have to like wait for them to get back up and get back to you, and like he'll like usually be a leaf Pikmin, so he's slower than the other ones, and it's like okay, and it's annoying. I didn't like that very much at all. Also, there's this one enemy in the game, I can't stand it. Like, it's this one enemy that comes down and it grabs your Pikmin. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah. The swooping snitch bug is what it's called. The
swooping snitch bug. It like comes down and it grabs your Pikmin and just chucks them into the ground. Okay, it doesn't kill them. It just chucks them. Like, I can understand. I can sort of empathize with something that like is eating the Pikmin because it's like its natural food needs to survive. You know, like it makes sense. But that guy's just being like annoying. He's just doing it for the sake of making you mad. He's not getting anything from it, and I hate it. He's just like, oh, I'm gonna take a Pikmin, throw him into the ground. Like, I hate those enemies.
It was really fun at killing them.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. But it's just hard to like aim in the air because your little reticle thing goes on the ground instead of in the air. So it's like, I don't know what Pikmin are gonna go in the air.
Yeah. They fixed that later.
Yeah, but we're talking about Pikmin 1, not Pikmin 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And not the remake of Pikmin 1. This is Pikmin 1 on the GameCube, not the Wii. Also, that's you. Yes! Then the subject of enemies. Oh, the Flappy Bird. You.
Oh my god.
that
The thing that goes whoop, goes above you. You see the little shadow. Then like 10 of your Pikmin.
Okay, they haven't played the game yet.
They're slowly walking. They're walking. Then death. Instant.
They don't know what you're talking about. They haven't played the game yet.
How do you know that?
Because they're watching a review.
I watch review of games I usually like to watch reviews of games that I played just to see whatever people thought of it.
Okay. Well, there's a certain enemy in the game, if you haven't played it yet, that basically it's a little mutated frog thing, and it jumps into the air, and it just stays there for a while, but then it slams down, and any Pikmin underneath it will get killed. It's not a small frog, by the way. It's a pretty big frog.
It's like the size of like 20 Pikmin.
Yeah, and it can be really devastating until you encounter one, and then you know how to take it out, and then they're pretty easy. But the first encounter from those things is really devastating. I think it's called a Wally Wall.
And also remember, everything is timed. The tripping Pikmin,
Oh,
the swooping stitch
okay.
bug throwing your people, the flapping frog
Okay,
that you have
well,
to get
we'll get-
everything.
We'll get to that later, dude. I also don't like the how like I enjoy the different colors of Pikmin. They all look really cool. The designs are really sweet, but there's one of them in the first game. The sorry, the yellow Pikmin are really basically useless. Like they are used a lot in the beginning and right in the final boss, but they're pretty much useless throughout the entire game. You only need like 7 max in your entire party throughout the entire game just to like carry bomb rocks, and that's it. They fix that in the later games, and for the first one, the yellow Pikmin are really not used very much at all, and it's a shame because they look really cool.
They got big ears.
Yeah, but unfortunately, they're like the traits that do make them special are just not special enough.
You're not
Everyone-
special.
I didn't say that. The one thing they can do is pick up these like bomb rock things, and then they explode, and those are pretty cool. But I don't like them very much. Like they can be devastating if you don't like if you call them back to you, they'll just kind of drop the bomb rocks. And I get that like that's kind of cool, you know, that's how you set them off. But sometimes I forget to just walk up to them. Sometimes I like call them to me, and I just wasted a bomb rock. So it's kind of annoying. Also, it's a little bit of a nitpick, but in the later games, when you fight a boss and then it goes to the end of the day, when you come back to the boss the next day, the boss still has the same amount of health that you drained from it.
Yeah,
in the previous fight.
that annoyed me so much
But
in the first one.
But in this one, the boss regains all of its health points every single day. Like if you can't beat a boss one day, then you're done. You
You have to start from the beginning the next day, and that's just wasting
Yeah.
more time.
So let's go to you and what you don't like about the game.
This is what Jeremy didn't like about the game. This is gonna be a very long list. Time management. Let's start there. I don't like any game that times you to do everything. Like I don't mind like a mission where like you have to like get something before the time's over.
Escape escape the station, the space station or whatever. It's like gonna self-destruct or something like that.
Yeah, that's fine. But when the entire game is timed, it just doesn't work. Especially when everything takes so much time. Okay? It's just like everything. The water deaths. You'll like seriously, they make tiny little pathways. And you have to bring all of your Pikmin through. And like half of them will get stuck in the water, and then you have to spend 10 minutes sticking B, 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 B,
Okay,
B, B,
one
B.
thing I want to mention is that I have not experienced any of these like annoyances. This is all his experience. Your experience may vary. You might have a really fun time with this game. You might hate it. You might not enjoy it at all. That's just how it is.
The picking out the specific colors was probably the most annoying thing that I've ever. It seriously made me want to go to like this young child on the road and like snap his neck. Okay, I was so like seriously. At one time, I literally punched the wall, walked out, I took whipped cream from the fridge, put it on my mouth, and made chocolate milk. I was so angry. Okay? It's you press like Y or something to like pick out the specific colors, and they separate like 2 feet from each other. But when you call them, it's like you call all of them. It's just so annoying. The B button. Okay, Ben says that this didn't happen for him, but it was especially with the flappy frogs. When they fly up, all your Pikmin get knocked on the ground. Okay.
All right,
And I
first of
press
all,
B.
Calm down. You're going too fast. What the B button does, okay, is you can whistle to your Pikmin. When they are sent away from you, they will come back to you. I'll have footage up showing this little feature of the game right now.
Right now.
Alright.
Okay, I'm sorry. The B button calls the Pikmin to you,
Just so-
but not instantly. It's like maybe like a half a second or a second, but it's just that much time that it takes before the flappy frog kills you. Okay?
Seems instantly to me, anyways.
It's just not instant enough, okay? And it's just like so many of them die because they're so slow with the B button. And you didn't have enough time in the day, just period. I mean, not much to explain with that, just not enough time. I mean, you just need like 5 more minutes in a day would have been amazing because it made it too hard for a game that seemed like kind of a littler kid game, because you're playing with a bunch of little tiny toys.
They're
Anyways,
not toys. They're
now we're going to what I hated about the stinking game.
yeah, and this is only gonna be Jeremy because I honestly didn't find anything that I actually like hated about the game. I really enjoyed it, and there's some things that I didn't like, but there's nothing that I really hated. But Jeremy definitely has a list.
Pikmin getting stuck. You would walk around a corner, and then 5 of your Pikmin would just keep running into the wall, like, duh, 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 duh. Like, they don't understand that you can go around. Okay? It's not that hard to figure out, to program the AI. Just make it follow your path instead of going direct beeline towards you. Walk into the wall, guys. Walk into the wall. This is a great idea. Everything takes so much time. I know I said this, but I just have to expand on this a little bit more. Okay, Ben said it. Tripping Pikmin. They'll trip behind you. You have to wait 5 seconds. Your B button takes too long. The Pikmin are really slow.
I will say this, in your defense, that the whole like when you set Pikmin onto like let's say a bridge to like build it, like roll it out, or like a wall to like just slowly destroy it, like that can take a lot of time. And I understand that it's meant to multitask, like you do different things, and that's fine. But when you don't have anything else to do, and you're just sitting there waiting for that one thing to unroll, it takes a long time, and that is kind of annoying. But
very annoying. And you know they slowed it down. I mean they made everything faster, not slowed it down. They made everything faster in Pikmin 3, which was nice. It was faster paced. It was good. You know, snap, snap, snap.
I haven't played Pikmin 2, but I've heard that everything is a lot faster in Pikmin 2 as well.
Yeah, we haven't played that one. Frogs. Okay, the stinking Flappy Frog. I cannot tell you how many times I got killed by the Flappy Frog.
It's called a Wollywog, by the way.
The Wollywog. Okay, and what's worse is that like in the Forest Navel, which I hated the Forest Navel. It's one of the maps in the game. It's like the third map that you get.
It might not be as bad like as I mean it doesn't sound bad, but when there's only a few maps, if there's one that you hate, like it's really, you know, it's a big deal. And in Pikmin, that's one of the cases. There's only a few maps. They're really big and there's a lot to do in them, but you're gonna be spending a lot of time in one of the maps.
Yeah, so like I was so happy to get out of the Forest Navel. But anyways, there's these annoying Wollywogs in Forest Navel, and then in the next map they have a replica. They put the same thing, just gave it a different texture, and it was bigger now. They look even bigger. It's like, oh my gosh, when will it end? They're the most annoying enemies. And have you noticed that in Pikmin everything's a frog?
Okay, that's not true.
Okay, everything is a frog. People who have played the game. I mean, like, okay, so you have the Flappy Frogs. Okay, you have, what are those little things called? The
Wollywogs?
Yeah, the Wollywogs. Okay, what are those stinking little things called? Ben, help me.
What do you
Okay,
mean?
they're like
There's only
huge
one
and they
thing
have
that's-
little babies.
There's only one thing that's like a frog in the entire game.
No, okay, they're called Bulbors. Bulbgor.
The Bulbors? Those are-
Bulbors. They look like frogs. They're like giant frogs. Okay, everything is a frog. Even the swooping snitch bug is a frog. Okay, like it just kind of looks a little bit like a frog. Okay, I don't know if you guys know Bible stories at all, but there's this one part where these frogs like take over take over Egypt pretty much. Okay,
here with,
you
Pikmin.
have to read it, okay, because they didn't take over, but there was frogs everywhere in Egypt. Okay, it was like one of the plagues. You just have to read it. Okay, it's in Exodus. I think.
Flies down in a
Okay.
computer.
I think that Pikmin takes place in an alternate universe where the frogs got mutated into all these other things, and they slowly took over the Earth and killed everyone. It's called the Mutant Frog Apocalypse.
Getting into some crazy conspiracy theory stuff here. So.
And it's all because of the government and Obama. No. Also, the bomb rocks. Are you kidding me? Like, seriously. I probably wasted 20 minutes real time. Legit. Completely serious. Because I would call the Pikmin to me, and they drop their bomb rocks. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? You're such an idiot. They were all so stupid. They're all so stupid. Seriously, I would like find myself in a room alone saying "idiot" at the television. Okay.
Freaking idiot!
Because of the bomb rocks. All right, we hit the 20-minute mark, so now we're gonna say our verdict.
Okay.
All right, I say that the game is like 6.5. That's like the best I can give it. Okay.
Out of 10, yeah. Taking into consideration all the things we looked over, like the graphics, the Pikmin designs and all that stuff, I'd say I really enjoyed it, but there were some things that I can obviously see from your side were the real I don't want to say threats, but issues. So because of those things, I'm gonna have to give it a 8.7 out of 10, which is still a good score. I really, really, really enjoyed this game, and I think the majority of you will like it if you give it a try. But that's just my opinion.
Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. Try the game for yourself and tell us what we think. If you think we gave it an unfair score, just comment and tell us. You know, it's just an opinion. Don't get angry. I know there's this huge fan base behind Pikmin 1, so I'm sure I'll get killed. But yeah, we're going to be doing more reviews if you guys like this. And, get in the van.
Get in the van.
Freaking